His eyes seemed strange. "Go home," he said. "Tell them you lied and you want to go home." "You're nuts," I told him. "Do it." He pushed me again, so hard that the wall rattled. "Now, before it's too late." He grabbed my sleeve and twisted it round my arm. He stared at the blue patch where a fist held a sheaf of lightning bolts, then down at the cloud-shaped badge of a warrant officer. "Man, oh man," he said, "you must have told some beautiful lies." He was right. I'd told some good ones. I'd invented years of school and made myself an orphan. The only real things in my life anymore were the patch and the badge, and I was proud as a peacock to have them. I yanked the cloth from his fingers. "Does your old man know you're here?" asked Donnie. "I doubt he knows I've gone," I said. "It's only been 8 months." I tried to make a joke of it. "But just wait till he sobers up, eh?" Donnie stared at me so intently that I looked away, down at his tunic and tie. I saw a pair of wings on his chest, and my single one didn't seem so grand anymore. I envied Donnie. I'd wanted so much to be a pilot. "I should tell them," he said. "I should go to the CO right now and—" "No, Donnie, don't!" I raised my voice too high, and it broke into an embarrassing squeak. Faces turned toward us. Conversations stopped. Over by the door, Lofty frowned at Buzz, then started walking toward me. I put my hand on Donnie's arm and begged him, "Please don't tell. Nobody knows the truth." He looked suddenly sad, and I saw how really deep his wrinkles were. He had aged like a dog, 7 years for each of the 2 since I'd seen him. Just then, half angry, half sad, he looked a lot like my old man. "What's wrong with you?" I asked. "You'll get the chop," he said. "I won't." "You will. It's always the Spragues who buy the farm." "Well, not me. Not us." I tipped my head toward the door. "Lofty's the best there is. And anyway—" "All right, kid." He straightened up. He took his hands away. "Come and see me when you change your mind." "You won't tell?" I asked. "No. You're on your own." "Then swear," I told him. "Swear to God." He shook his head. "You'll fly an op or 2. Then beg me to get you out." "Just do it," I said. "Swear." And he did. I made him cross his heart and spit on his hand. Then he waved me off with the same flick of his fingers that would have chased the deer flies back at home. "You'd better totter along and see Uncle Joe." "Who's that?" I asked. "The CO. He likes to meet all the Spragues." Air Force words were like music to me, but that one I hated. It made me blush, even though it was true. I was a Sprague, a greenhorn. Donnie turned his back and disappeared into the swirl of blue just as Lofty came out of it. He was the tallest bloke I'd ever known, and I really felt like a kid as I looked way up at his face. Because of his height, and because he was almost 20, I'd always thought of him as an adult. But now, compared to Donnie and the sergeants in the mess, he looked a bit silly, like an actor in a school play, only trying to look older. "That chap," he said. "I say, was he binding you, old boy?" Lofty was Canadian, too. He'd been in England no longer than me, in the Air Force just a month or 2 more, but he talked like an old hand, trotting out the airman's slang whenever he could, and he sometimes mumbled through his nose, trying to sound more British than the Brits. "What was that he called you? Caca-what?" "Becca," I said with a sigh. "Caca-Becca, okay?" He'd never heard of the place. I had told him and everyone else that my hometown was Port Arthur. He laughed and said, "I'll just call you Kid." Everybody did, from that day on. My real name was forgotten, and I became the Kid or Cac or Khaki. But sometimes